Hey everybody, One Wisdom here, 2:45 a.m. Wednesday, September 24th, 2014. Technically Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, whatever you want to call it. We have got Blizzard Chill here now. Chill is actually one of my preferred Skylanders. Really liked her in Giants. In Giants, of course, we had Chill, we had Light Core Chill, and then we had Legendary Light Core Chill. So got to explore all of her paths there. If you're curious about what I don't showcase here, you can step back there, check those out. That said, I think, based on her figure, I'm kind of inclined to go with Ice Lancer, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. So that said, before we do that, we need to check out what she's got box stock. That is right now Ice Javelin. What I like about this, it's simple, it's ranged. As you can see there, it's got really good range, and it hits pretty hard, 34, 51 on the critical side. Now the Ice Wall, I'm a big fan of this. It's similar to Slam Bam. It's a very nice blend of offense and defense, and she's already hitting hard. The Ice Walls themselves will do 20 to 30 damage, and you can actually set up 3 at once. As you can see, the Javelins will pass through the Ice Walls. That's tied in with upgrades later, but you can basically design your own little fortress if you want to. Note, each time I place one, what would be the fourth one starts to dissolve. So that is it. And again, just to showcase, if you do thrust them at an enemy, you're going to do 20 to 30. They've got pretty good range too. They're roughly 3 blocks for those scoring at home. But now we're going to get her base upgrades underway here. First off, let me remind you, you've got the 18 Wing Sapphires max discount. We need, I believe, 12,088, something like that, to do base upgrades, Path, Soul Gem, and wow-pow. So the Great Wall is up first for 320. Hold A to extend the length of an ice wall. A lot of people think that's lame. It is super practical. She looks really good too. Just the aesthetics of the figure in the game, particularly up close and personal, like you'll see, you know, before, during, and after these purchases. So pay attention to that in the background. Next up is Glacial Bash. Press X to bash enemies and ice wall blocks with your shield. So this is very cool. It's kind of a blend of Chop Chop. We got a little Slam Bam, we got a little Chop Chop going on now. So it makes her unique, and that of course makes her more memorable. Very piercing blue eyes. It's almost like she's got LED halos in that shot. Alright, now, you know what? I'll wait on that. We're gonna actually wait on this. Alright, so what I want to do, like I stated, we got, if you just press A, well, that's actually 4 blocks now, but if you hold A, let's see what we can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. So, and you can still have, you know, it kind of nerfs it down when you extend them, but you can still do the short blocks, you know, and have the 3 going at once. So you can still pass that through. Now the thing is, if we bash this with the shield, you can actually send those moving. And the interesting thing is, of course, when you actually hit those into one, pretty damaging at 55. So let me kind of shoot one this way, and then I'll just sort of one by one bash these. If I was hitting X, again, I've been playing the Xbox, so yeah, it's really screwing around with me there. The Great Wall extends to 6 blocks. Glacial Bash is going to be, you know what, can we just actually shield bash an enemy? I think we can. Yeah, so that would be shield bash. Yeah, I guess I'll word it that way. 25 to 38, I think, would be the critical number. And then SB with Ice Block, so that's Shield Bash abbreviated with Ice Block, was 55, so half of that would be 27 and a half, 28, 83, 55 to 83. So pretty powerful stuff there. Now her armor, I'm playing on the Wii U, and what the awesome thing on this version is simply the screen, and her armor is wait a second. I may have some charms on. The strategy guide says 24. I've got 36 in here, but nonetheless, the change will be the same, which I think I remember what it was. So let's see what we've got. Now, the thing is, I personally prefer her box stock appearance. I think she looks perfect like this. I'm not a huge fan of the new helmet. I prefer the silver and the ice blue. Definitely over like the gold that you see there, but I mean, that's how you get the benefit. It is what it is, so we'll go ahead and get it. 576 for Imperial armor. It does make sense being Imperial to be that color scheme. I just think the bone stock helmet's better. It's more aesthetically pleasing to me. So, minor gripe there, but I love what it does for us on the armor side. As you can see, the helmet back, I just don't like it. Cold front for 768. Hold X to keep the shield raised and block attacks from the front. So now she's got the abilities of Chop Chop, not just a shield she can use. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. Not sure I can showcase it, but again, I personally prefer her cool, transparent little ice shield too. So some of you may prefer, if you like gold, you're gonna like this, but otherwise, you might be like me and prefer her other aesthetics. Now, Frozen Fury is a great path. Honestly, with Chill, they're both really good paths. I don't have 2 Blizzard Chills. It's not that I don't want them. It's just, I don't have like an endless supply of cash, so I've got one. And now if she would have had like an alternate figure this time around, yes, I would have had a second one, but as is, I just have one. There wasn't like a triple pack or something I had to buy to get someone else, so she's a solo character, just like Anchor's Away Gilgrim. So Frozen Fury further developed Chill's Ice Wall and Glacial Bash abilities. Great path. If you have not explored it, I consider you to do so. With this being a Series 2, you can actually come in and you can switch paths. So if you've never taken it before and you want to explore it, take it. If you don't like it, get a little bit of cash back and switch to Ice Lancer. Speaking of, we will be taking that path just because I think it fits this pose better. I don't know why, I just do. So we're going to run with that. Further develops Chill's Ice and Javelin attacks. Now the cool thing is we can actually buy some of these, at least Burblade for 1088. New Ice Javelin deals increased damage as if she needed it, but she gets it. So pay attention to the Javelin while we upgrade here. I think I'll stop there for now. We've got 3 things to check out, so let's actually start with Burblade. We were doing 34 to 51, it was never addressed, and she's now doing 38. That of course means that we would do 57 if we had a critical number. Alright, Imperial Armor, she gets plus 40, and that is huge, regardless of whether she's 24 or 36. All these charms and pedestal things kind of screw up my system, but what I know for a fact is she's plus 40 armor, and that is awesome. This Excel doesn't like it. I forgot I have to put armor plus 40 or else they go and throw a fit on us. So huge deal, and what I love about that is just a base upgrade. It's not tied in with a path, it's not the soul gem, it's not the wow-pow, it's just right there. You can get it for cheap, and it's a huge upgrade. Now Cold Front, her final base upgrade, we're going to hold attack through the X button here to keep the shield raised and block attacks from the front. I can't really showcase it well. She's still going to do 25, but I mean, you get the idea. She basically just kind of holds it like that. So I can't showcase it because the sheep won't do anything. There'd be like sheep creep, so you kind of, Let me actually write shield blocks attacks. Now we're going to come in and get Shatter Spear, I believe. That is correct. 1408's the price. Javelins now split into separate ice spears when passing through an ice wall. Love how her paths overlap and work in conjunction with one another. Let's do these one at a time. This is going to be a quick enough video. I know Chill very well. You should if you don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw out a base ice wall. And we've got the 58, but you can see now, instead of throwing 1, we throw 2. And the coolest part of it is, we still do the exact same damage. You can see I'm hitting both of those dummies there, 38 to 57. So let's see here. Split into 2 javelins, 38 to 57. Now, just for old time's sake, let me shoot a nice ball there, shoot a nice ball there, and see what happens. Still just 2. I mean, you know, you can't get your free cake, eat it, and have cake fall from the sky. You know, that's that final base upgrade down this path. This is where things get real interesting. It is, at least in conjunction with Shatter Spear. This would actually be, in my opinion, it should have been the second upgrade, and then Shatter Spear should have followed, but that's just me. Throw 3 ice javelins at once. The price is $19.20 with our discount. We're gonna get that, and you're gonna like it. Let's go ahead and get the Soul Gem out of the way. Call the Narwhal. Now, what was cool here with Legendary Light Cord Shield, the Narwhal actually had the Legendary coloring. Granted, I prefer this standard coloring, but it was neat to see that. We're going to grab it for $25.60. Hold Y, that's the primary attack button, to charge and then release to summon a massive Narwhal friend. So, that's, I don't know, I guess it's like a unicorn. Now, the biggest draw, number 1, if you're a Chill fan, she had a new pose. Number 2, if you're new to the game, she can switch paths. And then if you really think, okay, I don't care about the pose, I've already done both paths, why should I get her? The answer is the wow-pow. And the wow-pow is called Orchestration. Obviously a play on words there, so props for that. 3,200 is our discounted price. Hold A longer and mini orcas appear inside the ice wall. Then release to shatter the wall and launch the orcas. So it looks like this is going to be something you literally are going to have to hold and release. You can't just hold it and it'll, you know, activate on its own, I guess. I will test that out, but it looks like we will have to manually deploy it. So we can go ahead and grab that and upgrade. Okay, now that is awesome. I didn't know what her wow-pow would do, if anything, to her appearance. Thank you. We got rid of that ridiculous helmet and we went to the new awesome one. Plus the shield is back. You can kind of make out, I think in the unboxing I mentioned how it had the outline of a person. That is wicked cool. It's a shame that didn't also bump up the damage. Let's actually check that out. Yeah, so it's going to be the same, but I mean, it looks way better than that dorky golden one. So we still have the armor from Imperial Armor, we still have the abilities from Cold Front, but thanks to her like outfit or skin change, if you will, from the wow-pow, she looks awesome, and I am stoked about that. I did not know that would happen. This is great news for me. So let's go ahead and do triple javelins just since it's in order and I don't feel like cycling down on my spreadsheet. Give you an idea what that looks like. It is super impressive and it looks really good. Now the sad thing is they don't do any more damage, but they didn't really need to. So let me actually put the number 3 at once, 3857. And then the cool part here, as I mentioned, they worked well in conjunction together. We're going to shoot out an ice wall, and I'm going to shoot through there, and now we basically have 6. You got your 1, 2 on the left. I don't know if I could ever angle it correctly. Then you've got the 2 in the middle, and then you've got the 2 on the side. That is 6. That covers some serious area. Let me shoot it across here, and that gives you a better idea. I mean, this is basically a screen cleaner. People seriously underappreciate Chill all the time. Having the armor box stock and then having an ability like this, plus the fact she's defensive behind the wall and then she can slide the ice and do crazy high damage as well. She is one of the, I'm trying to think of the way to word it, I don't know, I guess like best rounded characters in the game in terms of what she can do offensively and defensively. Then you factor in her Soul Gem, which we'll check that out now. You're going to hold the Y button and you will basically summon the Narwhal. So if you don't know what that looks like, brace yourselves, you're about to see something crazy. 125, nothing crazy, damage-wise. She cannot move when she's doing this. I mean, she can rotate, so like if you're like, oh geez, I'm not facing the target, you can adjust. I'll try to angle it towards that top dummy with the coins around him. 193, I believe is what that was. So you get the idea. That thing has some range. It's pretty quick. Let me see how long we have to hold. Basically 2 seconds. That's really not that bad. 2-second charge, especially if you do that from behind an ice wall, so keep that in mind. 125, would 193 be correct? Half of 125 would be 62 and a half, so that'd be 63. Yeah, actually it'd be 188. 63 doubled would be 126. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was an 8. Maybe the 10 is just with the charms factored in. Let's see here. She looks really cool doing it too. Of course, we're not going to see a critical now. We had 2 at the start. I don't know. Well, it should be 188. If it's 198, it's because of my charms. But what I want to do now is actually kind of show you a scenario. You might have, say you've got something set up really well, maybe like 3 ice walls or something. Then you can stand back here, avoid taking damage, or you can shield bash, and then you can fire the narwhal. Note that the narwhal doesn't like do anything to the wall, but I mean that gives you a really strong position, and then you can soften enemies up with the narwhal and go to town with that. The triple javelins, it's just a very, very nice balance. Orchestration now, similar to the soul gem. This is that's attack 1 for the narwhal. Attack 2, or the A button here on the Wii U, is going to be for orchestration. So we're going to hold it, and mini orcas appear inside the ice wall. Apparently when we release, they'll shatter and launch the orcas. So let's try this. There's a standard wall right there, and now basically when you see the shield in the sky, it's like that. I'm just going to hold A down for a while. And are there orcas in the ice wall I already deployed? I think there are. Okay, so that will time out on you, which is funny. Anyway, so you literally do have to release it. Even when it times out, it won't deploy the orcas. So let's come in here. Okay, let's just try to have one hit it. 40? Pretty salty. Now let's try to count the number of orcas. This might be tough. I think there's 6 of them. So I believe that's right. 6 orcas, and then it should be 40 to 60 damage. So that's really not too shabby. Let's try something where I send out an ice wall, and then I do another one. So they really do come from, well, maybe they don't come from, and I mean you can still set things up. So that's again just another very functional attack for Chill. So she's very underappreciated in my opinion, and she's very well rounded. You honestly can't go wrong with either path. For rookies and newcomers, you're probably best off with Ice Lancer like I took here, just because it's more damage friendly, it's ranged, it'll keep you out of harm's way, you can learn to use the ice wall gradually. Then if you get to a point where you're comfortable with it and you've got Blizzard Chill, switch the path, check out Frozen Fury. If you like it, stick with that. If you preferred Ice Lancer, switch back. Or if you love Chill, buy a second one and get Frozen Fury. Yeah, that's the way I do things. But that's that. That is Blizzard Chill again. Very, very, very well-rounded character. Can't go wrong with her. She's one of the characters I would recommend people have in their arsenal of Skylanders, just because of how versatile she is. You've got the defense. The Soul Gem and the wow-pow do significant damage, particularly the Soul Gem. They're both quick charging, actually, which you wouldn't expect. And I mean, like I said, it takes a little bit of practice, not a whole lot, but I mean, if you learn to set up the ice walls correctly, You can then use the triple javelins to basically clean the screen, and they all do 30. When you have the 6 of them, they all do the same 38 to 57 that just one would do. So it's not like they dwarf them down to like 8 to 12 damage because there's 6 of them. So very, very impressive character. Highly recommend you pick her up. If you don't have the game, I mean, you know, Giants or something when it came out, go with Blizzard Chill. It's a nice pose. She actually looks way better. If you like the gold coloring and stuff, you might look into getting a regular Chill or Legendary Light Core Chill or something. I don't mind the gold on the Legendary Light Core, but otherwise, she looks really good box stock, and this wow-pow actually kind of changes her back, and she gets back to her regular colors, which I think are better. So that's a cool thing as well. But like I said, this is the Ice Lancer path. If you're curious about Frozen Fury, go back to my Skylanders Giants upgrades. You will see that she was a new lander back then. Highlighted all of them. And again, we had 3 chills last game, so I was glad to see her come back for Swap Force, get that wow-pow, and it does not disappoint. She's one of those characters, she's so proficient, just once you've mastered her, but basically once you've mastered her primary and secondary, you can go to town, and that's a very desirable trait in Skylanders. But I'll quit rambling. We're going to come in and we're actually going to finish up our Swap Force upgrade sessions at long last with none other than Anchors Away Gilgrunt, the only guy that we know of coming back with legit Series 4 pose at this point. So I figured that's a good stopping point. I know which path I'm going to take. We'll see what happens. So once again, thank you for watching. If you are not subscribed, make sure to do that. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+. If you're on Twitch or you like and enjoy watching live streams, twitch.tv/OneOfWisdom. Go ahead and follow me there. I have been going live quite a bit here lately. Granted, it's been Minecraft, but Trap Team's just around the corner, and you don't want to miss out on what I've got planned. So once again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you back here for Series 3 Gilgrunt.